First of all, I think Heiko Coffee needs to sponsor me because all I do is wear their t-shirts and drink their coffee. I mean, come on. Look at the beauty in that dark Kona roast. Anyway, they don't. Anyway, I wanted to share a couple of really simple scenarios in which I know a lot of you are going to identify with, and you're going to be like, yep. But this is a kind of trick or trickery that the mind tries to pull to keep you focused on what you don't want and keep you focused on fixing what you don't want. Thoughts, feelings, and circumstances, okay? The first one I'm going to share with you is I was watching a TV show, and the girl, she's like stuck in a cave, and because she fell, okay, and it's in the middle of the wilderness, and she's like stuck in this cave, and she can't see how to get out. And so she starts moving around, climbing around, and going, and she hears a stream, and she starts moving towards the running water, thinking, oh, that's the way out. But she ends up getting stuck in between these rocks. And she gets trapped in those rocks, and she's like, she still hears the water, but like now she's in a worse situation because she was moving out of desperation. She was doing things out of desperation to escape, right? Because she wanted to get out. She wanted to save her life. So she ends up getting trapped and stuck, and she starts screaming, and she's hyperventilating and everything. And anyways, her coworker ends up showing up, and he says, are you there? And she's like, yes. And he's like, okay. He says, I'm here to help. And she's like, I can't move. I'm stuck. I'm trapped between these rocks. And he's like, okay. He says, all you have to do is go back where you started. And she's like, don't you think I wish I could? She says, but I'm stuck. I can't breathe. And she starts hyperventilating again. He said, okay, look, that's not going to help you. You hyperventilating, you doing all that. And he's telling her, like, just like think about whatever else just to get you out of it. You know, and she starts thinking about her kid, right? And then she starts wiggling out of it. And then she goes back to where she was, and then she's able to think again, right? She's able to make a decision again. So what a lot of people do is they go to like breath work or try to busy themselves or distract themselves or do something else, right? So that you can focus again on your desire, right? But, and you can try this. Instead of trying to fix yourself in all these different ways, right? Instead of trying to think that something's wrong with you and fix yourself, oh, I can't relax, so something must be wrong. Your home base, right, where you're going back to is all you have to focus on. Like, wait, I forgot, I'm in charge. I'm spiraling, but that's the feeling of trap. I'm in charge. I don't have to stay here. I'm not stuck. Holy shit, I'm not stuck. You're not stuck in your body. You're not stuck in the shape of your body. You're not stuck with your financial situation. You're not stuck in the circumstances that you're in. You're not stuck. That's the first thing. That's how you unstuck yourself, is you remember that you were never stuck, that you were just like freaking out, right? It kind of reminds me of one time, I made a video about this a long time ago. I was trying on a dress. I put on a new dress and I came home, and there was no one home, okay? It was late at night, and there was no one home that night. I was by myself that night. And the zipper, right, it was on the side, and I was trying to take it off. And it got stuck. And what did I do? I started freaking the fuck out. I started panicking. I was just like, and it was like dramatic, right? It's like, oh my God, I'm never going to get out of this dress. I'm stuck in this dress. I'm screwed. There's no one here to help me. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then I just said, well, worst case scenario, I just get the scissors and I cut myself out of it. And the moment I did that, brink, the zipper came undone. And I go into detail in that video about it because I tried oil, I tried all this shit, all this all of this stuff. The point is, I went into panic mode because I thought I was stuck, but you're not stuck because you are infinite. You're the ultimate magician. You get out of every situation, every scenario, every thought, every feeling, everything. All you have to do is remember that you're not stuck, that you are all that is. And then you go back to home base, to you, I am, and say, I get to choose again. So that's the same thing, right? So that's what a lot of you do. And the other little thing I wanted to show you guys is with my dog, because a lot of you think that, oh, I can manifest this thing but not this thing, right? I can manifest one thing but not the other, right? And you have all of these like ideas in your head that something's big, something's small, something's hard, something's easy, all that stuff. But here's what's really going on. Okay, I'm going to show you her dog bowls. Okay, so this is her water bowl, okay, and that's her food bowl that she refuses to eat out of, and this is the little bowl, okay, that's where I have to put her dog food. Tell me why she can drink water out of that one bowl, but she refuses to eat any kind of food, even what I call her crack treats. I tried everything in there. She refuses to eat food out of that one. They're the same bowl. She's terrified of the food side. She won't eat any food out of that side. She'll only drink from the left side. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make any sense. There's literally, you guys go, oh, she's like sensitive to the noise and blah, blah, blah. Like we can come up with all these reasons, right? But the truth is that it's the same damn bowl. But she's just telling herself that one's scary, but the one with the water isn't. That's what you guys are doing. You're just like, oh, I can do it here, but not there. It's the same damn thing. You're just telling yourself the other one's harder, scary, it's more difficult, it's all these reasons. Let me tell you all the history. Somebody just messaged me and said, Rose, is there a place for me to tell you framework what my issue, my desire is, and like, can I give you the backstory and all the history and all the pain, trauma? And I said, no, I don't have that. I said, when we message each other, when we're working together, you got to tell me what it is that you want, because I immediately put my focus on that with you. What are we doing here? Why are we wasting our time with anything else?